Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is HD Starcraft, and I'm here to bring you guys another HD Starcraft 2 broadcast, obviously. And here I am going to be showing you guys MC. He is the red Protoss player here at the 11 o'clock position, and his opponent is just over yonder, the blue Terran, going by the name of Isildur, who is a famous poker player. But this isn't actually Isildur, this is LastShadow, who is a North American Terran slash Zerg player who's been playing Starcraft 2 for a really long time. And I guess he is also a poker player too, so I'm guessing he knows Isildur. And for those of you guys who know who Isildur is, famous online poker player, one of the world's best. He used to, I think him and Tom Dwan are like the two really big online poker players, and obviously a lot of other ones too that I'm not mentioning. But anyways, LastShadow is the blue Terran here, and I'm guessing he's playing on Isildur's account. LastShadow is an extremely talented Terran slash Zerg, but yeah, he's going to be playing against MC here, who is obviously one of the world's best Protoss, just playing in the last grand finals of the GSL. So very interesting stuff here. By the way, guys, I am almost heading out to Australia. These casts are being done literally 8 hours before my flight, and I figured just in case my laptop decides to crap poop on me, because when I was rendering that video last night, I have a video that came out a few hours ago. That video was myself playing the Heart of the Storm custom game. When I was rendering that video and creating it, or exporting, whatever term you guys use, it wouldn't go all the way. It just kept cutting off at the halfway point and saying my laptop errored out, and it would like shut down and blue screen of death and all this other random crap. So I finally got it to work. It took forever. I was debating splitting the video into 2 chunks, but I finally got it to work. It was really irritating, so I figured I might as well cast some more games just in case when I'm out in Australia my laptop decides to just completely fart on me and die. And if that were to happen, then I wouldn't have any casts for you guys for like a week and a half. I'm going out for a really long time. So that I figured was a good idea. On top of that, it's also another good idea because in the last in the Muslim versus Tails video I made a comment about the golden silk orb weaver spider and how scared I am of it, and then somebody that was a terrible idea because somebody posted a comment and said, no, HD, you should look at the funnel web spider. So I took a look at that, and now I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to make it out there and come back alive with all these crazy arachnids that will probably look to kill me when I'm out there, because they just they prey on fear. So I figured this is a good idea, because if I do happen to pass away through some unforeseen event or act of God or arachnids, then these casts will be like the last ones that ever come up. So I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, just kind of going off on a tangent, but it is going to be a Terran versus Protoss here, and Isildur going for CC first, gasless, barracks first into CC, gasless fast expand off of 1 Rax, and throwing up a bunker right now. And of course he has 2 refineries in the background as well, which is totally standard. You want to actually catch up in the Vespene income as quickly as possible, because Protoss will take away in terms of tech. They'll take off in terms of tech, and you don't want to fall behind if you're a Terran player. And there's the factory, so he's probably gonna, ooh, did that probe see it on the way out? Yes, it did, but the question is, did he click that building? Because when, well, you know, most Terrans are going to go factory here because they're researching all that gas. Some Terrans will actually throw on more barracks and get the tech labs down to get researches, but some Terrans will go right away into Starport after this gasless fast expand. So I think that's what Isildur is going to go for here. Excuse me, LastShadow. I'm going to have a hard time remembering that this is LastShadow. And we will see what MC is going to do. Going for Nexus after the Gateway Cybercore. Nothing too unconventional there, and then dropping a robotics facility down right away. So this is actually the safest build that you can do as Protoss. Anytime you see a Protoss go robotics facility off of 1 gate, it's usually a sign that they want to play safe, conservative, and they just want to play a macro game, because the reason being, they got the expansion down, obviously, and the second reason being, you get the quick robo so you can get an observer out, so you can figure out exactly what is going on. And a tech lab going down for LastShadow. Interesting. And an armory. Is he going to go Thor's? Huh, this is kind of cool. I don't know what LastShadow is planning here, but he didn't build a starport right away. He went right for a tech lab and an armory. That's very interesting. And I've been told LastShadow has some very creative builds. He streams quite a bit and is a top-notch StarCraft 2 player. He's actually, I believe, from Rhode Island. By the name of Nick. I think that's right. And he's been playing a lot on the Korean servers, I believe, getting a lot of practice. out there, and that's why obviously he's facing off against MC here, but is he going Thor? He is going Thors, and he's getting vehicle plating level 1. I am so confused right now. What the heck is he doing? I mean, I guess maybe it's just that poker mentality. Sometimes you just want to do some crazy things, and you know, to be a good poker player, you kind of have to be a little crazy. So it kind of transfers over here to StarCraft 2, and I wonder what's going to happen here. Speaking of poker, big news coming out recently. Apparently, all the poker websites that people used to gamble on, even I deposited a lot of money, was just a Ponzi scheme. That was I totally blew my mind away. I don't know what the deal is with that, but you guys should check it out and do a little bit of reading on that, because some pretty interesting news coming up in the poker world. Still haven't been able to really get my deposit out of the websites that I originally put so much money in. I'm very, very sad about that. But anyways, we will see what happens here. Is Isildur really going Thor? He's secured his expansion here with a Thor. This is so weird. And I mean, a Thor is a great unit, don't get me wrong, but it's a Thor. And what is MC gonna do to counter this? He sees it with the Observer for sure now. He knows what's going on. It's a mech build, and pretty sure he saw the Thor in the background as well. What is his response gonna be to this? He's getting a Stargate. And Immortals. Okay, Immortals obviously a great choice. It is like the best anti-armor unit in the game, does so much damage. And he's going double Stargate, so he's going to go Void Rays. And I really like that decision from MC, because Void Rays are obviously very good against capital units. So if that's the case for MC, and he's going to go Void Rays and Immortals, I wonder how LastShadow is going to make this work, because Thors they're a capital unit. They're big, they're bulky, they're slow, they're heavy. They take a lot of damage from Immortals and Void Rays, is the point I'm trying to get across. And how is LastShadow going to deal with that kind of firepower? I wonder. He's throwing up another factory. And the thing about Terran play is, unlike Zerg, you can't just switch up when you want. You can't change your pace and go to bio now. Once you're locked in with all these factories, you're locked in, you're set. I mean, he can go tanks and Hellions, but you really can't go into bio from this point onwards. It's too long, too slow, and there's too many variables in motion, too many cogs in the machine for Terran play to try to switch up to something else now. The end result will still be mech. And I wonder, like, how's LastShadow going to make this work? Is it just going to be like a Thor push off of 2 bases? Is what I'm thinking now, because he saved up quite a bit of Thors, and he hasn't thrown down another CC yet. MC has already grabbed his expand. So I think MC, by going for that expansion, shows to me at least that he is not threatened by the Thors at all. In fact, he is feeling like he can go ahead and secure this expansion without fear of retaliation from LastShadow. So this is very interesting, although that SCV is going to be able to make its way up that ramp, and there, boom, the Nexus has been scouted. Now LastShadow knows that there's this timing window. The best timing window to hit an expanding player is right when that expansion finishes, and oh my god, the 250mm strike cannons are on the way. So now I'm thinking, I mean, he just started that upon seeing that Nexus. Is he just planning for like a big timing push with 250mm? I've never seen this upgrade used at a high-level game like ever before, and I don't think MC has either. So this is going to be really cool. How is this going to work out? 250mm is that, for those of you guys who don't know, it's an upgrade for the Thor that is never used, that gives it an ability to just blast a building or a unit, stun it, and deal like, I think it's like 500 damage or something ridiculous. But it's so clunky and such a slow unit that it's rarely ever seen competitive play. And so this is kind of cool, and I'm thinking he's just going to go for a push once the 250mm finishes, but man, he's facing off against a ton of Immortals, and the Void Rays in the back getting chrono boosted too. And all MC has to do is magic box those Void Rays, meaning he needs to spread them out and then send them into fight. Don't let them clump up, because if they clump up, then the Thors obviously do splash to air, and that would be pretty devastating for that Void Ray fleet. Now, is LastShadow going to make that attack, or what? He's waiting, I think, for vehicle plating level 2. Damn, these Thors are going to be so beefy. I mean, they're already beefcakes, but they just added on like another 10 pounds. And with +2 armor, there isn't really... I mean, the Void Rays are still going to be able to punch through that. They don't care too much about armor. And the Immortals, I guess, don't care too much about that either. I wonder why he didn't get weapons instead of armor. But anyways, he's bringing SCVs. This is the push. 250mm has been finished. Blue Flame is on the way as well. There's a Colossus coming out from MC. And that Colossus can be helpful as well. It has a longer range than the Thors. towers, and it can help against the Hellions and the Marines, but it looks like LastShadow is going to go right over into the third where the Nexus is. There are 2 photon cannons here, but that is a paltry defense against this much firepower. And here comes LastShadow going to, I guess, try to break down the Nexus. He's got to be careful though, because a Protoss MC is coming in with the defensive units, but those Void Rays all clumped up, taking massive shots by the Thors, and now the Thors launching 250mm cannons on the Immortals, and the Colossus is still alive in the background. All the Void Rays in the air are just getting shot down like flies. They can't really get charged up on these Thors, although a lot of the Thors have gone down. The Thors are just blasting everything away. Most of the Void Rays have gone down, and the Immortals were just shredded by 250mm. And I mean, I guess the Immortal, they have that shield that reduces everything down to 10 damage, but not against a bullet the size of 250mm. And now the Nexus has gone down. Apparently, this push is going to be successful by LastShadow. Very interesting play. And it looks like he is just moments away here from taking a victory. I didn't really get a chance to say this, but this is a Gamecom Plantronics Epic Replay of the Week. For those of you guys who are watching the video towards the end now you know, go to Gamecom Plantronics and go register on their website, post a comment on the news portal, Epic Replay of the Week, number 14, and down goes that Colossus to another 250mm cannon. MC calls GG. But there it is, LastShadow takes a victory against MC. Insane. So anyways, guys, go ahead and go check out Gamecom Plantronics. All the info for this is down below. You can win one of 3 free $100 headsets. I know plenty of people who have won now. Go give it a shot, guys. And I guess that's about it for me. I'm going to head out on the airplane very soon. I'm going to debate and see if I want to do another cast before I go, because these could very well be the last cast ever. HD's going out there, and I need to bring a flamethrower to protect myself against those spiders. So I don't know. We'll see if I do another one. If not, I will have my next cast hopefully coming out when I'm in Australia. I'll see you guys later, and this is HD Starcraft signing out.